To show you how I meal plan. You guys, I talk to women all the time and they're like, I don't know how to meal plan. Meal plan is like the bane of my existence. I know how important it is for family meal plan or meal times. You know, research supports sitting down at the dinner table with my family. It improves student achievement and improves the overall well-being of my family and my children. Hey Madeline, as you're hopping on, go ahead and say hello. But meal planning like makes me want to pull out my hair. And you guys, I get it, but let me just tell you, a little proper preparation up front is going to save you so much time and energy come later in the week, okay? I spend 20 minutes every Friday. I meal plan my entire week, and that's the last time I really think about it after I order my groceries. I look at it in the morning as I'm making my French press coffee. I put anything out that I need to put out. And then dinner time, when it's mass chaos around my house, tell me if I'm not the only one. It's crazy at dinner time. It's a lot easier because it's all meal planned. I'm not frantically looking for things to throw together. It's all planned, like all the ingredients. And I think there's a huge misconception out there that if you meal plan, you are making elaborate meals for your family. And I am here to tell you that is not true. We keep things super simple around here. Yes, we make some fun recipes, but there's a lot of times where we eat sandwiches or we have something else really simple because it's not necessarily about what you're, you know, like how elaborate it is. It's just getting around the table and making it simple and feeding your family. Amen? Let's just have some grace for ourselves. So I thought the best way to do it, the best way I learn is by watching somebody else do it. So today I'm going to walk you through, like I have it meal planned for next week. The only thing I've done, because it's on my phone, is I pulled off my plan for next week. So the very first thing I do when I meal plan is I look at my schedule for next week, because there's no point in making, you know, something that takes a little more prep time if I don't have time for it. So the first step in meal planning, give yourself 20 minutes, set yourself a timer. I'm gonna see how long this takes us, and write down your schedule on your planner. I have a paper planner. This is what I use for my business. This keeps me accountable to all the things that I do every week, and I write down all of our personal things in there as well. So like next week, you guys, praise the Lord, it's quiet. Woohoo! So, hey Sarah, welcome as you're hopping on. Hey Darcy. So the only two nights I really need to pay attention to are Monday night, because there's an ISU basketball game, and Thursday night, because that's our crazy night. We have acro at 4:15. My son goes to basketball at 6 p.m. We have small group at our house at 6:30. Don't ask me how it works. It just does. We just survive Thursday, and at the end we take a deep breath. And I'd rather have it that way, compact some stuff sometimes. So Thursday nights, I just know for meal plans, it's gonna be super simple. We're either gonna do leftovers, we're gonna do sandwiches, we're gonna do frozen pizza. Yesterday night we had hot dogs, pigs in a blanket. Before y'all freak out, it was Hebrew National, but you know, a hot dog here and there is not gonna hurt you. Okay, so next week, quiet week, so I know my schedule. So now I'm gonna get out my weekly meal planner, Simple Purposeful Living's weekly meal planner, and I'm gonna start brainstorming. Now, we eat at home every single night of the week. Very rarely do we go out. Tonight we're having a date night. Give me a love if you've like, oh my goodness, it's been so long since date night. I don't know. Like if date nights, like, were an indicator of a good or bad marriage, man, we'd be failing, but thankfully the Lord is better than that, and date nights are not the only indicator for a good marriage, thankfully. So, but we're going on a date night tonight. Okay, so I plan 5 meals for our family during the week. 5 main meals. I ultimately plan Sunday nights. I don't cook. We either do snack tray dinner, which you guys have seen that if you follow me. That is a snack tray. I fill it with cheese and crackers and popcorn and leftover vegetables and leftover fruit. Basically, it's like dump out the refrigerator and put it on, my phone is gonna die. Put it on a tray and call it snack tray dinner, and everybody loves it. If we don't even have enough for snack tray dinner, sometimes we just do popcorn and cereal on Sunday nights. My kids love it. It's super fun, and so I know without a doubt that that's on Sunday. So I plan 5 meals for the week. All right, so I just start brainstorming. What are 5 things? Now, if I get stuck, the great thing about the Simple Purposeful Meal Planner is that I have all these weeks that I've already meal planned. And so before I hopped on, I was like, oh, I haven't made chicken tortilla soup in about 4 weeks. I haven't made chicken pot pie in 4 weeks. We have breakfast for dinner often. Let's see, what else? Oh, steak kebabs, Italian toasted sandwiches, teriyaki meatballs, broccoli cheese soup, tacos, steak and mashed potatoes, spaghetti and meatballs, pot stickers, pork tenderloin, shredded pork tacos, pigs in a blanket. Okay, so those are all ideas. And then I look in my pantry. Like, what do I already have on hand so that I don't have to go out? My mom just went to Arizona for the winter, so she cleaned out her lake pantry and brought us all this random stuff. And so I saw that I had some stuffing, and I thought, oh, we could do like a precursor turkey Thanksgiving dinner. And I just get like all natural turkey lunch meat, put that over some stuffing, have it with mashed potatoes and gravy. So that's gonna be my day one. So I'm gonna do lunch meat turkey. You can buy all natural lunch meat turkey or whatever you want. It's already pre-cooked. Add some gravy, stuffing, and my family loves green beans. So I'm gonna add some green beans in there, okay? So I wrote that down for day one. Okay, and let me think. I gotta check my pantry or my freezer. I don't think we have any green beans. So I'm gonna put green beans on my grocery list. And this is so awesome because now that it's right next to it, I can just put my grocery list right next to my meal plan. As I'm making my meal plan, I add to my grocery list and I'm looking. And I also know I don't have any gravy, so I'm gonna get a gravy packet. And I only have one package of turkey, and I think my son is growing. Anybody else have growing boys? Oh my goodness, they're eating me out of house and home. So I'm gonna get another pound of turkey. Lunch meat, you guys. Like seriously, you just warm it up and you serve it just like it's like sliced turkey. It's so simple, so good, so delicious. You can even put it in your crock pot to warm it up if you want. Okay, so that's day one. Okay, day two, let me look. We have nothing going on Tuesday night, so I don't have to make anything too crazy. We had shredded tacos this week. And my kids love Mexican food, so I'm thinking something along the lines of fajitas, quesadillas, enchiladas. We have not had this really good, it's on my blog actually, this it's called Supernatural Casserole. So I think I'm gonna make that on Tuesday night because I have lots of tortilla chips. So Supernatural Casserole, I'm gonna make that Tuesday night. And let me check my pantry. I don't think I have any refried beans. Oh, this is why you check your pantry. I have refried beans, so I do not need that. I'm gonna need a pound of ground beef. So that's gonna go on my grocery list. I think I'm gonna need a little bit of cheese. Yes, I'm gonna need to get some shredded cheese. So I'll put that under dairy. Shredded cheese. I need green chilies. I know I need that for that recipe. And taco sauce, which will be under dry goods, taco sauce. I'm trying to think. Okay, so that's that meal, and I'll add that in with like fruit, maybe some raw veggies. There's refried beans and black beans in that one, so I feel like they get lots of fiber in that meal anyway. And I serve it with guacamole and salsa, which I also always have on hand. That's like a port staple. Okay, so day two taken care of. Now day three. Okay, so I have lunch meat, super nacho casserole. I think I'm gonna do a soup on Wednesday because that'll kind of carry us through. We already have super nacho casserole is a great leftover. My husband takes leftovers for lunch every day, so that'll ensure that. We should have some leftovers from the lunch meat turkey and gravy stuffing mix. So let's do a soup and salad on Wednesday. I just get one of those salad bags, so I'm gonna put that under fresh produce salad mix. And a soup, I don't know, what do you guys think I should make for soup? I don't know, I'm trying to think what my kids would like the best. We haven't had chili yet this season. I'm trying to think what my girls are gonna like. I just did broccoli cheese soup and they didn't love it. I'm thinking like an Italian wedding soup, okay? Okay, now here's the deal. I don't have a recipe for that. So I'm gonna go onto Pinterest when I'm done here and I will add those items to my grocery list and pin it. In addition to, I will take a screenshot of that photo so that when it comes time to cook it, I will have it on hand for myself. So I'm gonna do Italian wedding soup and just a salad mix. My kids really, we just like those salad mixes, super easy. And then I always serve everything with fruit. Okay, we're on to Thursday. This is my night where I'm like, we gotta be really, really simple. I'm actually thinking that we might have enough for leftovers, but just in case, I'm gonna go ahead and do grilled cheese sandwiches. We haven't had those in a while at our house with tomato soup. Whoops, 2 nights in a row of tomato soup, but my kids don't eat tomato soup. So I don't mind 2 nights of soup in my house. So I will add that to Thursday. So far I have 4 meals. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now Friday is our family movie night, and I'm trying to think, I kind of want to do something fun for my family. So we have not had fondue yet this year, which is a Swiss dish. I'm trying to think if I'm going to have time to get out to West Des Moines to get that. But that's kind of a fun food. So I'm going to put that down. I'm going to put fondue because my husband and kids love it. And I'm going to need some bread, but I'm not going to get that stuff at the store. I'll get that later in the week. Okay, fondue for Friday because we're going to kick off this weekend. Oh, but we're going to want eggnog for this weekend. So that's going to go under dairy. And you guys, I just forgot, we have Friendsgiving on Thursday. So I'm not going to do grilled cheese sandwiches. I'm going to erase that. That's why I use a pencil, because it's Friendsgiving. So we are going to make appetizers for the adults, and we're going to eat together. So I'm just going to make my kids peanut butter sandwiches before small group. That's super easy. And I have all that stuff on hand. And then I'm going to make my spinach artichoke dip for small group. That's always delicious. Everybody likes spinach artichoke dip. Anybody like spinach artichoke dip? So good. Okay, so that's what I've got going on. So I have day 1 is my turkey meal, super nacho casserole on Tuesday, Italian wedding soup on Wednesday, peanut butter sandwiches, and spinach artichoke dip on Thursday. Fondue because it's kind of our weekend. We're going to decorate for Christmas next weekend, so kind of a fun little family night thing. And then by Saturday, you guys, I've kind of planned my 5 meals. My 6th meal that I kind of always make sure I have stuff on hand for is breakfast for dinner. So I'm just going to put breakfast on Saturday. And like I said, Sunday, I kind of just flex. Because every single week, it feels like something comes up or we have more leftovers. And so I always just kind of have breakfast as a flex meal. Next weekend, we don't have basketball. So I might get some cinnamon rolls. Or my kids also really like those resurrection rolls. We don't, the resurrection rolls where you wind up the crescent roll with the marshmallow inside. They're really good. They really like those too, and they like making those. So we might do those next weekend too. I'll make sure to get crescent rolls under other crescent rolls. And I think I'm also going to need to get marshmallows. Okay, so once I do that, then I just finish filling out my grocery list. Like, this is my grocery list. I finish filling it out. I check my pantry. A lot of you guys ask, like, what do you do for lunches and breakfast? Well, my family is very simple, and I know every family is different, but my family just does basically either bagels for breakfast. My husband has had cereal for breakfast for the 12 years that we've been married, and I just ask him every week, hey, what kind of cereal do you want? And he kind of gives me a variety. He has about 7 go-tos that he likes, like Great Nuts, Cracklin' Oat Brand, Honey Bunches of Oats, Crispix, that kind of stuff. And so I just pick up a new box of cereal, and then my kids also like either bagels or frozen pancakes and waffles. So I have all of that kind of stuff on hand, those 3 options, and they just pick based on those 3 options. And my older 2 kind of serve themselves breakfast now, but they both know how to use the toaster. I help them with the butter, but that kind of stuff for breakfast. And then lunches, my son most of the time takes hot lunch. He prefers that. And then my daughter always takes cold lunch, but she either takes a peanut butter sandwich or meat and crackers. She loves like salami and crackers, and sometimes she'll take a string cheese. She always takes some sort of fruit and some carrots generally, and then a small dessert. So that's kind of what they do for lunches. Like I said, my husband takes leftovers, and then Lucy and I either do leftovers, or sometimes I'll get another bagged salad mix, and we kind of use that as well. Or she'll eat like what the kids eat, which is kind of like, what do they call that? Like a hunter's lunch, where it's just like meat, crackers, raw vegetables, and fruit. That's kind of what we do for lunches around here. So, and then I just have a snack bucket, and my mom, just like I said, cleaned out at the lake, so she brought us all these snacks for the kids to eat, granola bars and crackers and fruit leathers and all that kind of stuff. I just keep on hand in the pantry in a special snack basket. They help themselves to one after school every day. So that's kind of how I meal plan. Like I said, it is so simple, and I haven't even been on here 20 minutes and my meal plan is made. Generally, what I do after this, after I make my grocery list, is I go ahead and I just place my online order at Walmart. So I'm gonna order it today on Friday. It's not gonna be picked up till Monday. And the purpose in that is that if something comes up and I realize I need something else, I can always go in and add to my order, and they'll just add it to my order. The thing I love about online grocery shopping is that I don't get I don't stumble at all the like, ooh, I need to try that, or I need to try this. You know, it is kind of fun to go shopping. Sometimes you get to see some of the new products, but it does help us to stay right on our grocery budget every week. We waffle between $100 and $125 every single week, and I buy fresh produce and meat and all those sorts of things every single week. And that includes like our toiletries and stuff. So our monthly grocery bill is generally under $650 for our family. Now I know we live in the Midwest, but that's just right. And I really try really hard to stay under that budget because there's so few things in your monthly budget that you can really control. You know, it's hard this time of year to make your heating bill lower because you need heat, and you know, you use so much water every month, and so groceries are kind of one of those things that I can fluctuate and kind of help our family save money. So I do online grocery shopping to do that. We do a lot of meal planning so that I can make sure that I use what we have in our home, that I'm, you know, being a good steward of that. So that's how I meal plan, and I meal plan with, like I said, my meal planner. It's been a huge game changer now that I can look back and see all the things I've made previously, because that is a huge stumbling block for us. Like, what have I made? What have I not made? Another frequently asked question is, what happens if you get stuck in a rut? Well, you can start to see trends in the 52-week meal planner, and I try to incorporate, like this week, the Italian wedding soup. One new recipe or something different every single week, depending. Like this last week, I did not have time because it was just such a crazy week. We just went with super simple things, and that's why it's so important before you even start your meal plan is to go through your schedule and look at your schedule and say, okay, what do I have time for this week? Because if you don't do that, what's going to happen is you're going to meal plan, and then something's going to come up, and you're just going to go out to dinner, and then it's going to, you know, so just be realistic, and simple is fine. You fed your family. So if you want a copy of your 52-week meal planner, you can go onto simplepurposefulliving.com/shop, and the shop is open for like the next 10 days. All pre-orders will be delivered and in your hands by December 15th. And I know so many of you are chomping at the bit to start meal planning this way because you're just dying. And I have to tell you, it's a game changer. Why do I love meal planning? Because we only get so many minutes in a week. And I just would rather do a little preparation up front and then have smooth sailing when it comes to mealtime. And I don't have to think about it. Less brain stress for this tired mama when I have a lot of other things to worry about. So